Hi, it's Alaska Granny. If you've paid any attention to the news at all, you've probably heard about the Burning Man Festival. It's a festival where people travel to the middle of nowhere out in a playa, which is a dry lake bed, with 70,000 of their new friends. Now for me, if I'm going out into the middle of nowhere, the last thing I want is a big crowd of people. So sadly, this year they had a big rainstorm out at Burning Man and it created a big muddy mess, which I don't think we would have even heard about. There was a rainstorm at people's campground, except it was full of celebrities. Have you ever gone camping and it was raining, muddy, miserable, windy, maybe even your tent blew over or things went bad for you? That happens to everyone, but we're not on the news because we're not celebrities. But I digress. If you've seen, okay, yeah. Teddy. Teddy. As preppers, we can actually learn lessons from Burning Man because you can see all of these people stranded in the middle of nowhere with just the supplies they have in their vehicle. Whenever you're heading out in your car, realize that you need some basic supplies. You don't know what could happen and you could get stranded. And so if you are prepared, then it's an inconvenience, not a catastrophe. So I'm going to show you some items that you should have in your car or pack up to take with you when you go out in your car, especially if you're going long distance, so that if something happens, you can make the best of it. First, think about just your basic needs and make sure you have some of those items. Do you have some fresh drinking water? You can just fill up a container from your home, bring it with you, keep some in the car, but change it out regularly, especially if you live in a very hot climate, and keep your eye on them if you live in a very cold climate. Maybe just fill it up 2/3 of the way so that if it freezes, it's not going to crack or damage your container. Have some easy to open and eat snacks, foods that don't require any preparation, dried fruit, nuts, chicken salad with crackers already in an open and eat container, a few different types of granola bars. There's all kinds of things that you can get, jerky, fruit pouches, cookies. There are all types of foods that are easy to open and eat. Figure out which ones you like and have some of those together in some sort of a bag or container in your car. And then if you're going out for an extended period of time, grab some extras and take them with you. You know, we should be prepared for 72 hours. A 72-hour kit, it should be what is in our emergency kit so that we have enough food, we have enough water, and we can figure out what to do next. Remember to keep track of how many people are in your car. So if you only bring 3 granola bars and there's 4 people in your car, that could be a problem. So make sure that you have snacks enough, a sufficient amount for everyone. Next, you want to have a first aid kit. You should have one in your car at all times. And if you're going out for a long extended trip out into, say, camping or something, you want to make sure that you look it over, that you have the proper amount of things for the amount of people that you have, for the things you might encounter, everything from bug bites to scrapes to sprained ankles. Depending on the time of year, you may want to include insect repellent and sunscreen. Have a lightweight blanket, so if you want a nap or you are cold, you can wrap up in it. And baby wipes, lots and lots of baby wipes, because there's nothing worse than feeling dirty or having spills. You can clean up just about anything with baby wipes. Make sure you also have some sort of a plastic bag or a trash container so that you have somewhere to put your food wrappers and your used up baby wipes. You can get even something as simple as a string-tied backpack, and you can put your supplies together and then you have them contained. You can even hang them over the back of the seat of the car or toss it into the trunk, but you'll have your supplies together. Something I bought a few years ago, I don't know exactly what it's called, Cozy Bib or something, and it is a screen and it's a UV sun protector, and it's for the windows on the car. And you would open the door and then you slide this over the door by the window, then you close the door. You can roll down the window if you need some fresh air, and you have a double layer screen, and it has a nice elastic band. You can use it just to block the sun or have airflow in there, and especially if you are going to stop somewhere, for lunch or you get stranded in a traffic jam, you want to be able to roll your windows down and be comfortable, but you don't want your car to fill up with bugs, and you also want to keep the sun off of you. So these are really nice. They are stretchy, they're sturdy, and they can fit over just, I suppose they fit over just about any kind of a car door window. One that you can open though, so that you can slide it over the door and close the door, and then you have it in place. Another great item to pick up is just a simple disposable tablecloth that's plastic. I got this one at the Dollar Tree when I was in the lower 48, or even a shower curtain. And then you have something you can put down on the ground if you want to have a picnic or you just want to get out and sit in the shade. Then you have a simple ground cover. You don't have to sit down then on a cold, wet, or muddy ground. You have something that gives you a little bit of protection. If you're concerned with having bathroom facilities, this is a great folding portable potty that it's a collapsible toilet, and this goes great in the car because you can even have it put together and you can put it down on the floor like in the back seat, and then you have it ready to go. It takes up very little room compared to, say, a 5-gallon bucket portable toilet. I store it with a few drawstring kitchen bags. They fit down inside. You can do your business, and then you have it contained. And so what you do is it has a top, and then it has like a collapsible bucket. So you can see it folds out. It has a solid bottom. So you take your bucket and you put the disc in it, and then you press it down, and it makes a nice sturdy bucket. Then you can take your plastic bag and line it. Then it has a seat cover that goes right on the top. Plus it has an actual cover. So you can keep it all assembled even in your car. And if you're not intending to use it as a toilet anytime soon, you can also use it to store some of your extra belongings. But please make sure you remove those before you try to use it as a potty. Then if you need to, you can remove the lid, you can do your business, then you have it contained in your plastic bag, you can wrap it up and keep it until you have a place to dispose of it. And you can see this is sturdy, it's pretty nice. If you were just going camping, you could even use it as just a little stool to put your feet up on if you need to. You don't have to be aware at all times that it's a toilet, but it could be. It can really be a lifesaver if you're going out somewhere where like there's portable potties and they're overflowing or disgusting. I've seen some like tragic events at some portable toilets. I've never been afraid to use them, but many of my friends just absolutely refuse. And if you're out at somewhere like, say, Burning Man, there isn't a bush, a tree, or even a hill to get behind. It's just a big flat sandy desert full of 70,000 people. Wouldn't you rather have a portable potty you could use for yourself? Then you could even use your tablecloth to make a privacy screen. I actually made a video a few years ago about how to make a privacy poncho so that you can use the portable toilet without anybody really being aware of what you're doing. I'll put a link to that video so you can check it out if portable potties are something that you really think you need, because I think everybody needs them, but not everybody feels the same way that I do. Then you remove the lid, remove the seat, and there's a little tab on the bottom, and you can pull that out, and this folds all back up again. You can stack it all back up together, put it back in the carrying case, and it takes up not that much space. When I bought this, it came with some black plastic bags. I just haven't used those because I like using the drawstring bags. For me, that's the best way to be able to keep things contained. Okay, stick it all back inside. It's ready to go next time. Don't forget your toilet paper. When I go to Granny Camp, which is my Alaska off-grid cabin, I don't have running water, so we use a little outhouse there. Or when I go car camping or something like that, I assign everybody their own roll of toilet paper. I put it in a Ziploc bag, put their name on it. They are responsible to have their own toilet paper, and you will find people will use far less when it's their roll. Rather than you just put out a roll for everybody to use, whoosh, much more of it gets wasted. If people think they have to protect every square, they're going to use far less when it's their own. And then the plastic bag also helps keep it clean and dry if you encounter rainy or muddy, wet environments. Don't forget to have flashlights, and a headlamp is great because you can put it on. A headlamp is a great way to have a hands-free light so that you can do the tasks that you need to. Next, think about some survival gear. If you really were out somewhere like Burning Man, what did those people probably wish they had? That they had to shelter in place, remain in their car, or whatever until they were able to evacuate. Perhaps they wish they actually had a sleeping bag. It can be as small as this one. I picked this one up at Walmart a few years ago. It's very compact, but it's a great sturdy sleeping bag. Don't just look for the cheapest one, but you also want to try to have one that is rated to the lowest temperature that you're likely to encounter. And if you're in your car, it's not going to be as cold as if you're sleeping on the ground at hunting camp. And so try to keep track of that. And then know that you can also line it with a sleeping bag liner, sleep with your clothes on, make sure you have socks. All of that can help you be warmer and protected. If you're going to get stranded and actually need to sleep in your car, would you rather have a little sleeping bag rather than trying to stay warm with just a little blanket that you're trying to roll up in? This is going to be far more comfortable. Doesn't really take up much more space. Big black plastic garbage bins. These are terrific. You should always have a supply of them. The bigger, the sturdier, the better. Look for the contractor bags, the largest ones you can find, because you can use them to build a shelter. If you were stuck in the desert and you needed a place to get out of your car, you could fashion a shade out of this so that you had some place to get out of the car and sit outside but not be just sitting directly into the sun. So there are a lot of ways to use a black plastic garbage bag, and I'll put a link to a video I've made about some great ideas that you might want to try. Have some emergency blankets, the silver survival blankets. Make sure you have something like a poncho, or you can make one out of a black plastic bag, but sometimes it's easier to just already buy one so that you have one that you know is suitable, is going to work, and they don't take up any space. You can even look for something like a drop cloth. I bought this plastic drop cloth at Dollar Tree in the lower 48, and it's a nice big huge sheet of plastics. There are all kinds of ways that you could even make a shelter out of it if it's raining. Cover up things you need to. Set it on the ground. If you want to get into your car and lie down, then you have a place even to put your belongings onto a drop cloth or something, and then it's going to keep them out of the mud or whatever. Something like a plastic drop cloth can be extremely convenient in a lot of situations. Just be creative with the things you have about how you want to use them. Don't forget a water filtration system. If you run out of the water that you have, you don't know necessarily where you're going to be able to source more water, but you want to make sure that it's safe to drink and that it's palatable. And I know at Burning Man, the only things you're allowed to buy are ice and coffee, I think it is. You can't even buy water there. You need to plan for these types of events, that you have plenty of water you provide for yourself, and then a way to purify water if you can get it from some who knows what source, out of a hose, out of a bathroom sink, who knows, but be prepared to provide a way to filter water for yourself. It can be as simple as a Life Straw water filter bottle. You fill it up, the filter is built in, it has a sipping top just like other water bottles, and it's a handy item to have with your emergency supplies. 2 emergency items that I have are the Life Bivy. It's a giant emergency sleeping bag, and a Life tent, which is a little bit bigger, and you can set it up like a tube tent, and then you have a place that you can shelter more than one person. So these are inexpensive, very sturdy, handy emergency items that can really help your life be comfortable. If you get into some crazy, muddy emergency situation, you can have a bit of shelter, a way to get out of the weather, a way to stay dry, and then because it has a reflective side, it helps keep your body temperature in. And then it also has an orange side so that you can be spotted if you need help in an emergency situation. These are also nice. They come with a little bag. They have a they have a drawstring. It's a little bit of paracord. And then there's an emergency whistle on here. So if you needed to signal for help, you could. But don't use the whistle as like a pull tab because it'll pull off the cord. And that's why this one is missing, because we pulled too hard on it. So you want to keep track of your emergency whistle. Use the cord to pull the drawstring and save the whistle for your emergency use. I made a video a few years ago on how to signal for help with a whistle. I'll put a link to that video in case you ever need to know that information. Then don't forget something as simple as a bandana. You can use a bandana for all kinds of things. You can even make a carrying bag out of a bandana, and I'll put a link to that video of how I made a crossbody bag with a bandana and a piece of string. Then it's a reminder also that you have another layer of clothing. You need a whole layer of clean clothing if you're going out, and then some warm jackets, hats, gloves, clean socks, and shoes that are sturdy. Don't ever just go out with just flip-flops, because if you end up stranded on the side of the road or in some muddy situation, you're going to want shoes that you can actually walk and look for help, look for the things you need to take care of yourself. So think about that when you're heading out too, that you have proper footwear. One of the things I don't have right here are tools. Make sure you have some basic tools that you keep in your car. Let us know in the comments below, what are some other items that you think are must-haves if you're setting out? And are you interested in attending something like Burning Man? It might be on some people's bucket list. I know I personally would rather go out to Granny Camp and just enjoy nature by myself. That's why the world is a wonderful place. We can do the things we choose, and it helps us enjoy it more if we're prepared for what that encounter might include. I hope you'll like my video, share my video, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.